Need more than a jacket out here. I think we need a parka, a scarf, a hat, some boots. It's already getting cold. What does that mean, Kenny the car guy?
It means we're going to show you how to prepare your car for winter.
That's right, so it's ready when you need it. That's straight ahead. Fall is here and winter is not far behind, and it certainly feels right like it right now. So we're working for you, helping you to tune up your car, keep it in top shape as the mercury drops. And Kenny the car guy, Walters, the owner of Mufflers and More in Walled Lake, joining us with all of his expertise. And people are probably feeling like, why now? The snow's on the ground, but we have to.
We have to, because obviously we can feel the chill in the air right now, and your car feels it more than we do. You go from the summertime heat to the freezing cold of winter, and your car has to be able to assimilate from one to the other.
All right. And there's some certain, we want to go through the quick checklist of everything that we should do before we get into more of the specifics. But checking the battery is important.
Right. Checking your battery, checking all your fluid levels to make sure they're full and that they're clean. Okay. Your tire pressures are very important. Your brakes are extremely important to make sure that they're ready to go. Keeping the car clean underneath, keeping all the salt off of it, because that'll deteriorate.
Washing it, that's always easier said than done.
Correct.
Right? And checking the alignment, of course.
Correct.
Now, when it comes to checking the fluid, some people aren't really educated knowing what to look for and how to recognize that you need some fluid. Can you help us
Correct.
out?
Yes, I can. All fluids need to be changed on a regular basis and checked. So oil changes should be done every 5,000 miles or so. And at that time, you check all the other fluids to see their conditions and if they're ready to keep going for the other parts of the time. So you check the transmission, the power steering.
Let's do that real quick.
We can do that over here.
Yeah.
You have your coolant here. You have your oil, which is always a yellow dipstick, to check that.
Oh, sure.
You have your
I even know that.
your transmission right back there. You have your power steering over here. And then you have the most important fluid for safety, which is your brake fluid right here.
And what happens, Kenny, if we don't change that fluid often?
If you don't change it, the fluid will deteriorate. And when it deteriorates, the fluid does not have the ability to properly cool and properly lubricate the parts.
And this is, Marty, if you bring the camera over here, this is an example
This is part of a radiator that I cut out that the fluid was not changed properly. And if you see this is all rust buildup that also happened in this radiator hose.
Okay.
What happens is when you don't change it, the fluid breaks down and it starts to eat away at the engine. So this rust is actually part of the engine block.
Okay, so
and that kills the engine over a long period of time.
Clearly this is mandatory. Now let's move over before we run out of time to tires. Yep. How important it is.
Tires are so important, especially coming into winter. Cold weather can cause you to skid because tires are harder.
Right.
And your tread level. On your tires, this is a well-worn tire here. You need to check your tread depth every once in a while. And you push this down and it'll show you that we're at 4/32 of an inch. Anything lower than 4/32 of an inch, your tire cannot dissipate the water.
Right, and that's an example of that, right?
This is all the belt showing through because this person just kept going and going on it. This is very, very dangerous.
Why don't we compare it to the
This is a brand new tire.
You can really see the difference.
As you can see the tread difference. This one has 10/32 of an inch, which is plenty. Hydroplaning is the biggest problem in the cold weather.
Okay.
So when you don't have enough tread, you have to get your tires checked, and this is also what ruins an alignment. And that's why you change your tires, you get them checked and rotated every oil change, and you get an alignment done at least once a year.
All right, so name the top things that people need to look at right now, right away.
Right now, right away, for winter, you need to check all your fluid levels and make sure they're ready to go. You need to check all rubber components, being the hoses, the belts, your tires. And then obviously always check your brakes.
Okay. Thanks, Kenny, the car guy. Always great information from Mufflers and More in Walled Lake. We'll put all that information on the Weekend Mornings page. Jay, we'll send it over to you.
All right, Taryn, that's good stuff to know. All right, you may know this guy from the popular Nickelodeon show Josh and Drake. Josh Peck.